Hey y'all, welcome and welcome back to my channel. Thank you all for tuning in and rocking with me. I really do appreciate it. We're gonna go ahead. Give me a minute. Let me catch my breath, y'all. I was running up and down the stairs trying to get my cards. And then I just ate too, so I'm just like a pig. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead. Let's tap in. We're gonna get a general intuitive message. Let's just see, the energy that's surrounding you, what you should be aware of. Remember to use your discernment. Take what resonate, leave the rest for others. Okay, let's tap in. Let's catch a vibe, be a vibe, rebuke a vibe. Okay, I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I hope everybody's being safe, relaxing, or having fun, whichever floats your boat. Okay, but yeah, let's go ahead. Let's tap in. Okay, so we have self-love. Ooh, I love this. Appreciate yourself. Yeah, so maybe you're doing some type of self-care this weekend. You could be taking a trip to the spa, getting your hair done, getting a fresh lineup or taper, yeah. Getting a fresh wheat retwist. I know I need to, but I'm thugging. Yeah. Rasta for real, bitch. What? Yeah, but definitely you could be pampering yourself at this time. Balance, timing, power. It all came out, so I'm going to just read it a little, but I am going to put these back, okay? You could be standing in your power right now. For some of you all, you're very balanced at this time, okay? Or you're trying to get balance. You're trying to restore some type of balance, some type of peace, okay? There could be something that you're waiting for. Okay, for some of y'all, you could be preparing like to go to like, I just heard worship service or church. Okay, maybe you like, look, I need a healing for my soul. I need to go step through somebody's church. Okay, so for some of y'all, you could be, just relaxing today is Saturday. And then maybe you're going like to visit someone church or something like that. For some of y'all as well, this is giving me the energy of the spa. You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't see photos of like this in like the massage parlor, the nail shop. You know what I'm saying? With the rocks and the flower, it does give like tranquility. Okay, so you could be standing in your power. You could be going towards things that's tranquil to you, things that's harmonious. Okay. You could just be focused directly on your peace, okay? Directly on your peace. If it don't bring you peace, you're not giving it power, okay? I'm kind of getting the energy of somebody can be in that mindset right now. If it's not bringing you peace, if it's not giving you piece of paper, if it's not bringing in that paper, that bag, and if it's not giving you a peace of mind, you ain't giving it no power, period. Ashe, I felt that. I can dig that for real, for real. Let's see, what else? What's up? What's up? What's the energy around the collective? Self-love. So we're doing a lot of self-love and self-care. That's kind of what I'm getting. You could be buying yourself something special, gifts and talents. For some of y'all as well, somebody could be gifting you with something. Okay? Oh, yeah. Shout out to the Cancers. It's Cancer season in this bed. Happy birthday to my crybaby gangsters. Gang, gang. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, happy birthday if you're celebrating. Happy birthday, Cancers. So yeah, you could be gifting yourself. You could be getting gifts, or you could be like going to make a purchase for yourself, celebrating something. And if you're not celebrating, maybe you're just pampering yourself. You're just, you're kind of loving on yourself. I'm kind of getting that energy with the self-love. I feel like for some of y'all as well, you need to appreciate how far you've came. Okay, maybe you guys are not realizing like that you have really came like far. For some of y'all, you have came far. You have overcame a lot. You have came far. You're doing well. Okay, your gifts, your talents are appreciated, whether this is at home, at work, in your neighborhood or community, within a friend group, within your marriage, whatever the situation is going to be different for everybody. But I feel like you are appreciated. Okay, your gifts and talents are appreciated. And you need to, you know what I'm saying? It's kind of like, I'm getting energy of, because I just seen Thomas the Train, y'all. So I don't know, maybe somebody could be taking a train ride. Okay, I want to do that, y'all. You know they got the little trains where you can take a train ride and they have like the dinner. You can have dinner on there. You can, you know what I'm saying, drink and everything. So maybe that's something somebody could be looking into, okay? Or somebody could be a conductor, okay? Maybe somebody drive the trains, or maybe you live close to trains. But it's making me it also making me think of choo choo, like somebody you need to like, you know what I'm saying? Not in like an arrogant way, but like, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead and toot that horn a little, okay? Because you really doing better than what you think, okay? Somebody, you could be a little too hard on yourself. Okay, and I feel like you need to appreciate how far you've came, how much you have grown. Appreciate your mind, how you operate. Appreciate your heart, how you love. Appreciate your cutoff game. If you are, you know what I'm saying, if you is cold with that shit and you do it in appropriate, necessary times. Appreciate your gifts and your talents. Appreciate what makes you unique. Okay, yes, you can definitely be celebrating, appreciating yourself, loving on yourself. Okay, I also just got the energy of like sex toys. So maybe you're purchasing a new sex toy. Period. Guidance. Okay. So self-love, gifts and talents, guidance. You can be somebody where you have a talent of guiding people or offering some type of guidance or insight. Okay, you can have a talent for communication or talking to people. Somebody can have like a communication major. I just heard that as well. Somebody could be like a reporter. Maybe you have like a blog. You could be like a news anchor, okay, or something like that. Maybe you share like different things that's happening in your community. Or also just heard like faceless page. Maybe you're a content creator. You give resources out to people. Somebody also could be like an evangelist or a pastor. I'm getting that type of energy as well with the guidance, gifts, and talents. You can also be like a counselor, a therapist. It's something that you do where you help people, you guide people, and this is like your gift. Okay, so you could be using your gifts at this time in order to guide other people. And then most of all, I'm getting like you're using your gifts to guide yourself. Okay, because right, you got to be your first customer. On what though? And make sure this shit valid. Let me see this shit working over here in my life type of energy. It says, ask and be open to answers. So you could be seeking some type of answers at this time, possibly into regards to what is your purpose, like what is your gift. Maybe you somebody where you still kind of work, you still kind of like straddling the fence. Maybe you know that you're good at something, but maybe you're not, it's not quite your passion. You know what I'm saying? I also just heard gift of gab. Somebody could have like the gift of gab. You could talk a motherfucker into some shit and talk your way out of some shit. Okay, that is a gift, believe it or not. Being able to talk people in, you know what I'm saying? That's like a salesperson. Somebody could be into sales, you know, car dealership, realtor. So maybe you got different talents or different gifts, but maybe you're not quite really like passionate about it. So maybe you're trying to get guidance, like okay, God, or the divine universe, whatever it is that's your preference. Like, what is truly meant for me? What is my purpose? You know what I'm saying? Well, how can I utilize my talents in a way that's fulfilling? You could be somebody could be searching for some type of fulfillment, okay? And it's like you're going within. You're trying to see like what truly makes you happy. You know what I'm saying? Like not this, 3D shit, material shit. Like this is somebody like going within and like, okay, what truly is my passion? What truly makes me happy? What, you know what I'm saying? Somebody you just could simply be like trying to find yourself. Somebody could be going through an awakening. I'm kind of getting that energy as well. It says you were born with your own unique set of gifts and talents. Pay honor and respect to these qualities. Then go out and share them with the world. For some of y'all, you could, or you know what I'm getting? For some of y'all, and this might be ideal for somebody with this type of energy if you're not already on this. Somebody could be like a self-love coach or a self-love mentor. Maybe you could teach young girls or teach, young fellas or even grown women, because we're not finna sit here and act like motherfuckers be 40 and you can tell they move like they don't love they. You know what I'm saying? You can tell about how they operate, how their life is, that they don't love themselves, baby. So ain't no age limit to that shit. But You could be somebody who do have a, since I said that, you could be somebody who do have a passion for like the children or for like the youth. You know what I'm saying? So maybe you're considering like some type of like youth mentorship program where you teach young women or young men how to love themselves, how to protect themselves. Okay, you could just be putting them up on game, teaching them about like self-love, self-respect, safe sex, you know what I'm saying? Teaching them about spirituality, religion, finding what works for them in regards to their faiths, or maybe somebody on that. It says appreciate yourself. Show yourself deep respect by accepting yourself just as you are. Release any self-limiting beliefs. Give yourself credit, okay? Right? I'm getting that. Somebody, you're not really giving yourself credit. Okay, I'm hearing that. Hype me up. Well, we need to do a gas up session. Y'all know I'm the queen of the gas up session. I will gas you. You know what I'm saying? Premium, all premium. Or what? You know what I'm saying? Ain't no judgment. Your shit only take 87. Okay, I got you. I got you too. Okay. No, for real though. Okay, so it says you have earned your wisdom. So there's something that you could have recently went through where you have earned, like I'm also getting you earned your stripes. Okay, yeah, you out here, you earning your stripes. Maybe you have listened to some type of guidance. You know what I'm saying? You've listened to the divine. For some of y'all, you could be very like intuitive. Okay, you could be very intuitive. You could be an empath. Okay, and maybe you're learning. For some of y'all, you earned your stripes. So that's what I just heard. You earned your stripes. So maybe for some of y'all, you have learned how to like balance these gifts out, or this gift, whatever it is. It could be gifts or a gift. Everybody gonna be different. Okay, like especially if you're like, for example, this is the example I'm getting. If you're like an empath, you have learned how to balance that out. You have learned how to differentiate between your emotions and your energy and the energy that you're picking up around you. Like you have learned how to balance that shit out. You learn how to alchemize it. Okay, you learn how to like, you know what I'm saying, feel it, but not like take it on to the point where it's like controlling or affecting your day or your mood, or things like that. Somebody could definitely be learning how to like differentiate between their emotions and the collective emotions. Okay, like look, I'm not, you know what I'm saying, damn, somebody's sad, but I know that ain't me. I'm gonna send them positive energy. And then for some of y'all, you be knowing exactly where the fuck that shit come from. You can look, you'll look to the left. All of a sudden you feel sad and you look to the left and then you see your neighbor walking out their house. And they literally looking sad. Okay. So for some of y'all, you could definitely be learning how to differentiate between that, you know what I'm saying, your energy, the collective energy. You could be finding like a healthy balance in regards to picking up on people energy. Okay, for some of y'all, you could be learning how to like close it off. Okay, that's what I'm getting as well. You could be learning how to like turn your gifts off and on. Because sometimes it'd be hard to control that shit when you first start. So for some of y'all, you could have learned how to turn that shit on and off, like literally. Yeah, you have earned some type of wisdom, and it's in regards to your gifts or your talents. For some of y'all as well, you can have like the gift of like, you know what I'm saying, making people beautiful, doing hair, doing nails, makeup, something like that, cutting hair. Okay, and maybe you finally have excuse me. And maybe you finally got, your certification. Maybe you finally got your license. You know what I'm saying? So now you're not doing it out your kitchen. You able to go and, you know what I'm saying, kind of be a little more legit with your shit. Okay, you listen to some divine guidance in regards to that. Like, okay, yeah, we need to start getting these documents. Okay, getting documentation. I just heard deeds. Okay, so if somebody could have purchased somewhere that required a deed, congratulations. You could have made you a big purchase. Let's see. Let's get one more. But you need to appreciate I feel like somebody you're not like you. Look, and I just seen 144 on the clock. So 444 could be significant. This could be in regards to your stability. This can be, like I said, fours. It's making me think of the Four of Wands. This could be in regards to your community or your circle, your family, your home, your stability. Maybe somebody could have definitely like put down roots somewhere. Maybe you did. You are a first time homeowner, or maybe this is you like you purchasing the second home. Okay. But I feel like that you are being guided. You are being guided to ask and be open. Okay, if you're having concerns about something, having concerns about what is your passion, what is your gift, or what maybe, oh, you know what I'm getting as well, some of y'all, you could be somebody like, it's kind of giving like the jack of all, the what they call it, jack of all trades. Okay, so maybe you somebody where you good at multiple things, but it's like you want to find something where something like you want to find something that you can stick to and like put your niche to it, and then just elevate it. Okay, so maybe you got different talents and different gifts, but like I said, you want to find something like that you very passionate about. You don't mind waking up doing something also that can bring you some type of stability, but also fulfillment. Okay, so you could be praying and asking for guidance, meditating, like, okay, like what's my next step? What's my purpose? What am I here to do that's going to bring me fulfillment, that's going to help other people, and you know what I'm saying? But that's going to, also bring me fulfillment. Bring me fulfillment, bring me stability. Yeah. Let's get one more. For some of y'all, you got the gift, a talent of guiding other people. Okay? You know what I just heard, y'all? I ain't gonna say that. Intuition. Look, yeah, I can't make this shit up. The gift, you got the gift of guiding other people with the inspiration, intuition. You help guide. Oh, you know what I'm getting, y'all? Oh, it's just so many downloads, y'all. You could be somebody who like who guide people like to the, like, damn, somebody, if you tapped in for real, like somebody could be like a medium. You could be somebody where you help people like transition or cross over. I'm getting that. Oh my God, that's some deep shit. Okay, before I said that, I also heard in this area, I don't know if y'all up on this, but I also heard death doula. Okay, somebody could be looking into that. Okay, helping people to transition peacefully, helping families, and what I'm saying, helping the person that's, terminally ill, giving them comfort, giving, just being there. It's called a death doula. Look it up. That can be significant. Or like I said, you could be like a medium. Okay, where you can actually talk to spirits, you know what I'm saying? And you know what I'm saying, you help them to, transition and cross over instead of being stuck here in the 3D. Somebody could definitely be on that. Okay, we have focus that came out. Oh my gosh, focus. What really matters? Energy flows where your intention goes. Organize and prioritize what is important to you, and it will energize these parts of your life. Yeah, so you could be somebody where you got many gifts and talents. You could be also, I just heard, I got 2 jobs, one for the and one for the I got 2 phones, one for the plug and one for the so I don't know if you got like 2 jobs. Like I said, you could be like a jack of all trades where you got 2 gifts, something that you're very, very good at, very talented at, but you're trying to be able to like focus on one. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you want to focus on one. For some of y'all, you could want to focus strictly on your gifts, but maybe, you still got to pay bills. You still got to, work a job. So you're trying to like get guidance in regards to like how to go about this, how to go about being able to follow, use your gifts and use your talents and follow your passion full time or something like that. Yeah, but I feel like a lot of y'all, you're very inspirational. Okay. And that's why, somebody, you don't give yourself enough credit. What's going on? Like you inspire people probably that you don't even think. Okay, for some of y'all, that's what I'm getting. You inspire people that you won't even think. You could be somebody where you just drop a lot of knowledge. Okay, you share, like I said, you share resources. You share just gems with people, especially in regards to like spirituality or even religion, or just in regards to like, now I'm hearing knowledge about like government laws. You could be somebody like where you study the laws. You could teach people like about their what's that word? Sovereignty. Okay, maybe somebody's into that. You learning about like how to be sovereign, and you teach other people's about sovereignty, and you know what I'm saying, the laws in regards to stuff like that. I feel like you inspire people when you don't even know it. You inspire other people to follow their path and follow their intuition. Like you could have been somebody who you even like, for some of y'all, you be around people who don't even be up on the shit that you be on. And like once they sit down and they talk to you, or they be around you and they see how you is, like you make people want to explore basically not only their gifts, but like just explore spirituality, period. Like it be people who be like, well, no, I don't believe in that. The Bible says, you know what I'm saying, the dead, you know, once they're dead, they're dead. There's nothing, they don't come back until judgment day when Jesus come and they rise. And you know what I'm saying, you know how people be, you know, but you can have people like that was like full heart Bible thumpers. That's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, that's being open into other perspectives. You know what I'm saying? You somebody where you definitely like open people's minds. You encourage and you inspire people to expand their thinking, to think outside the box. Okay, it says inspiration is an energy. Inspiration is a energizing creative force. Surround yourself with people. Imaginative and innovative thinking is contagious. Okay, so for some of y'all as well, you could be looking for your like soul tribe, for your people who be on the same things you want, people that you can build with. For some of y'all, you want to do business with somebody. You could be trying to get guidance on whether it's a good idea to go in business with somebody. And for some of y'all, this could be like a spiritual practice or something in regards to, like I said, mediumship, Lord, mediumship. Okay. Some type of mentorship. Maybe you could start, somebody could be starting a nonprofit. It says, follow your inner compass. Half of intuition is listening. The other half is acting. If you have asked, you will receive an answer. It's time to listen and follow your guidance. Okay, so yeah, you need to focus. You need to focus, because I feel like right now the divine is trying to give you some type of answer to your prayers. They're trying to help. They're trying to guide you along your path. Okay, they're trying to guide you to your purpose for a lot of you all. Yeah, I feel like you're being guided at this time. Let's get one of these. You're being guided at this time. You could be somebody where you're a guide. You're like a guide to people. Yes, I'm getting that as well. For some of y'all, you're like a guide to people, but even guys need a guide. What though? So maybe at this time you're kind of like you're going into hermit mode. Okay, you could be like meditating more. You could be praying more, because maybe like shit, you need answers, or you just want to. For some of y'all, if you are like a guy, if you like, you know, you read tarot, you could be like some type of spiritual coach or life coach. Okay. You could be trying to like, for some of y'all, you could work so much and you need to like focus on yourself. It's okay to take days off. I'm kind of getting that as well. Okay, because you can't be everything to everybody. Because I mean, babes, you know what I'm saying? you gotta fill that cup back up. You gotta fill your cup back up. Even if you gotta do it yourself, that means you definitely gotta be taking breaks around this motherfucker. Okay. So for some of y'all, you could be trying to pray to stay focused, pray to stay disciplined, okay? But Spirit is telling you that you already focused. You already disciplined. Look how far you done came. It's time to go ahead and sit back right quick. Sit back, reflect, or just take a break. It's okay to take a break. It's okay to treat yourself. I just heard that as well. Some of y'all, you're being guided to treat yourself at this time. Like you're being guided to treat yourself. You're being guided to, you know what I'm saying? It says shine your light right here. You're being guided to shine your light, and shine your light in like, I'm getting the energy of somebody's hair flowing through the wind. Let your hair down, okay? Let your hair down. Do something that you enjoy. Do something that, you know what I'm saying? Have fun. Somebody needs to go have fun. You need to get out. Yeah, get out. Even if it's just for a minute, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got to be out all night outside running the streets. You get out, like I said, go to a spa, go get you a massage. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, even for me, like sometimes going outside to me, you know, for me, that sometimes just be simply getting cute, put on something cute, you know what I'm saying? If you wear makeup, do your makeup, you know, put on your little cute outfit, get your cute accessories, go use some nice shades on, and go run some errands. If you just one of them motherfuckers where you always got to be handling business doing something. But that's like, because I'm like that too, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? But okay, do it and look cute. You know what I'm saying? Do it and go run some errands. And then also make sure you pick you up something nice. Okay? Get you a little self-care or something that bring you some type of pleasure or joy. Throw that in the cart too. Okay? And then for some of y'all, this just maybe you just need to just get outside and like just get cute, just get dressed up and go outside. Go outside. And like I said, because outside don't mean out running the streets. You know what I'm saying? Go run errands, go run errands, go do what you need to do, but then also make that stop. You probably been passing like a little cafe or a salon, you know what I'm saying, a nail salon that you've been wanting to try, or a little coffee shop that you've been wanting to try. It's something that you've been wanting to do, and you're being guided to do it. You're being guided to treat yourself. Get that perfume that you've been looking at, that you've been wanting to buy. You know what I'm saying? Buy them shades that you've been wanting. Go get your feet done. Even my man, you know what I'm saying? Go get your feet done. I swear I went to the nail shop to get pedicures more with like my male friends than my females. I ain't even gonna lie. Cause the females that I be hanging around with, shit, they keep their shit done. Like, you take a bitch, she walking out the nail shop, So even my fellas, go get your shit done. Go sit in the chair and get your feet done. But yeah, somebody's being, and look, I can't make this shit up, y'all. Look, what do that say? Self-care. Self-care. There's somebody you need to, self-care is not being selfish. You're investing in the most precious thing on earth, you. Okay, invest in yourself. You've been so, I feel like somebody too hard on themselves, baby. Yeah, somebody's too hard on themselves. Like somebody praying that they stay focused, praying that they stay disciplined and everything like that, but you're not really seeing how the past couple of months or years where you have been focused. You have been disciplined. You ain't been letting up. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody have literally like came a long way, and you're being guided to appreciate how far you have came, appreciate the discipline and the focus that you have put into maintaining something. And this could be as simple as you living on your own. Maybe for some of y'all, this would be like it'll be coming up on your first year anniversary of you having your own house and you being able to maintain it. You know what I'm saying? Pay all your bills, cable, Wi-Fi, net, you know what I'm saying? Plus keep up with the car note, plus keep up with the dog grooming and your grooming or the kids grooming. Like maybe this is like your first year actually doing that shit for a whole year. Baby, congratulations. You did it. And you gonna continue to do it with how you is. But it's okay to let your hair down. It's okay to indulge a little. Go and get that ice cream that you've been wanting. Okay, for some of y'all this could be even in regards to like your diet. Okay, it's okay to have one cheat day. Let's get one right here. But that's crazy how that says self-care. Somebody, it's time for you to take a little break, babes. Responsibility. You've been handling responsibilities. Okay, for some of y'all, you could be fearing about losing something. You could be too focused on not on losing something, not going back. Okay, for some of y'all, you like, I don't definitely want to never move back to my parents' house. I don't want to never depend on such and such. I don't want to go back to the hood. I don't want to be back on assistance. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody could fear like loss. Okay, and so that's why you like so determined, so focused, but it's like you so focused to the point where low key, it's like you low key stressing yourself out. Like you good, you got it, you've been handling this shit. You've been handling your responsibilities. Okay? Somebody could be so guarded as well. I'm getting the energy because we have guarded, lost, responsibility. Somebody could be so guarded because they don't want to depend on somebody. I'm getting that as well. Maybe you was in a situation where you was like in a marriage or relationship where the person was handling all the bills, handling all the finances, and then, something could have happened. This person could have transitioned for some of y'all. Somebody passed away, or y'all could have just, broke up. The relationship just went bad, and it's like you didn't think about it going bad. So maybe you wasn't prepared, and you had to like start over from scratch with nothing. Okay, and maybe that was real hard, real kind of like traumatizing. You know what I'm saying? To just be left with kids, with no house, no car, no money, no, you know what I'm saying? And a motherfucker just out here living la vida loca. Or a motherfucker giving you 30 days, like, look, I'm gonna go and pay the rent up for this month, but after that, you gotta figure it out. And them knowing damn well that they was handling all this shit, they got you popping out babies, you know what I'm saying? So all you could do was be a mother and a wife. You know what I'm saying? It's something somebody could have definitely went through some shit like that where you like, I'm not ever going through this shit again, G. Ever. For some of y'all, you could have even been to the point where like you would sleep, you like, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker could have been homeless, sleeping on somebody's couch, okay, going house to house, couch to couch, and it could have been traumatizing because it's like the people that they even though they was like, you know, being nice, letting you stay there, you definitely could have felt like a motherfucker really didn't want you there. You know what I'm saying? And that'd be tough. Like, and that's speaking from experience. I know how that shit be tough, knowing that, you know, a motherfucker, it's like they trying to be nice, but then you know a motherfucker really that, you know what I'm saying? They really don't really want all that shit. You know what I'm saying? So being somewhere where you know you really not wanted, you know, that shit be stressful. And so some of y'all, you could have overcame that and you like, look, I'll never want to go through that shit again. Okay, or I never want to go without a whip again. I never want to go without a job again. It's something that you like, you've been through where it's like you never want to go back to that shit. So it's just like you just won't go. You won't go. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't going back. I'm getting the energy of somebody saying, like, I ain't never going back broke. You know what I'm saying? I ain't never going back broke. Like, and so you've been so disciplined and you just been focused to the point where like, so you that way you won't never be in that position again. But I feel like you've been doing good. Baby girl, baby boy, you've been doing good, okay? You've been handling business. It's okay to relax a little. And even relaxing, that don't even like that don't mean you gotta even like, cause somebody definitely could be like real like, I want to say frugal. Okay, you don't have to spend money to have self-love. Sometimes self-love can simply be you. Maybe you somebody where you take showers and you always on the move and da-da-da. Sit your ass in some water. That's self-love. Put some bubbles in it. You know, you can go to Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree got dollar candles. Well, we all know they fraud now. Now everything $1.25. And you walk in there, you better be careful because you might grab some shit that's really $5. But nonetheless, you can definitely go and get a candle or, you know what I'm saying, $1.25 Dollar Tree. Go ahead and light you a candle. Put you on your favorite music. You know what I'm saying? Whether that's some, you know, some Nas, some Jay-Z, whatever the baby, whatever it is that you know what I'm saying, play, bump your shit. That's self-love. Bump your shit, not give a fuck what the fuck your neighbors got going on. Because long as it's before 9 p.m., baby, you know what I'm saying? That's what most leases be. It be like, you know, you got to cut that shit down like around 9, 10. Bump your music. Light your candle. Let that dick swing. You know what I'm saying? Let that pussy breathe. Especially if you ain't got no kid. For some of y'all, even self-care would be, you know what I'm saying? Some like asking for, you know, if you got it, if you got people around you, you got a support system, ask them like, hey, could you watch the kids for a few hours? You know, and then drop them off at 10:30. Or you know what I'm saying? Or I'll come pick them up at 10:30. Maybe some of y'all need a break from the motherfucking kids. Look, touche, bitch. I know how that shit be. And then it's definitely hard when you one of them parents where you don't trust everybody. You're not finna let everybody watch your baby. So you just that definitely be like, oh fuck. You know what I'm saying? Baby. Look, neither one of my kids went to daycare, so I know how that shit be. But yeah, you're being called to like. It's time for you to let your hair down. Some of y'all, you could be real guarded. Okay, some of y'all, you could even be real guarded in regards to like meeting new people. Some of y'all, you got trust issues. It says guarded. Of course, it is normal to have our walls up after being hurt. But after a while, your walls may be keeping out just what you may need to heal. Take a chance. Okay, take a chance. Go get some head. Go get your head. No, but seriously, y'all. Somebody, like, you done worked hard. You do for this shit. And it's okay. Like, we human, y'all. It's so you're not a fucking robot. Like, you are a human being. You have needs. You have needs. And if you don't motherfucking listen to your body, like your body is gonna sit you down eventually. You know what I'm saying? Or you gonna start to take it out in different ways. For some of y'all, if you trying to really be that disciplined, but you got like some pressure build up, maybe you should, like, you know what I'm saying, get you a gym membership. That's self-love on top of self-love right there. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you are trying to like be celibate and stay focused. Maybe you just don't want a relationship right now. You got financial goals you're trying to reach. You got a business you're trying to run. You're trying to make it to your 3rd, 5th year anniversary with your business. So you really don't want no distractions. That's cool. But there's other ways where you can get that steam off. You know what I'm saying? There's other ways where you can show yourself self-love where it won't cost you your sanity, or it won't cost you no motherfucking money if you one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like a little cheap, you know? Which ain't nothing wrong with that, you know? Shit, I'm a Virgo, so y'all, y'all, if you got a Virgo in your life, you know how that shit can, you know how that shit go. Bitch, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, you know what I mean? But it's like I said, it's different ways where you can enjoy yourself and you can unwind and do that shit without really spending a dime or spending less than motherfucking $5. Okay, Dollar Tree, a candle, Epsom salt to get the lavender. I like that lavender Epsom salt. Bubble bath, pick you out a nice little bubble bath there. And then they be having a big bubble bath, so that motherfucker gonna last you. You know what I'm saying? That's like $4 right there. And then take your ass home and sign into YouTube and go on your playlist and play your music. You know? But let's see. You could be guarded. You could be guarded, but it's something that you guarded against that you really low key your soul is calling out for. Okay, your spirit need it. It need this right quick. For some of y'all, this could even be something as simple as a glass of motherfucking wine. Okay, go ahead and get you. I was just at Pick and Save. They got I forgot what they called. They got the but it was like $3.99. But the thing about them, I hate them because they got the cork. You know what I'm saying? So you got to have one of them little things. They got the, you know what I'm saying? It's been plenty of times where I just push, motherfucker be drinking out the wine and the cork be floating around the bottle. But y'all, you know what I'm saying? Get you a cheap little bottle of wine. You ain't got to be nothing fancy. You know what I'm saying? I like the shit where I read the alcohol. Do y'all be reading like the alcohol value? You know, get you a nice little 8%, you know what I'm saying, for the 5 or something. It says, sometimes we must lose things and people to appreciate them in their value. Then other times we must lose to gain. Okay? So I feel like for some of y'all, whoever you are, you have took so many losses, you have sacrificed so much to the point where it's like now you're responsible, but you could be like overly responsible. You could be a little paranoid. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, somebody got a fear of loss. Okay, and then we have responsibility. Maturity begins when you can take responsibility for your own actions. Okay, so you're being guided to trust your intuition, trust yourself at this time, because you could be neglecting yourself. You could be neglecting yourself out of fear of either losing something or fear of being hurt again. But the same thing that you're trying to protect yourself from is something that you need at this time. Okay, for some of y'all, this could be love. Okay, you so fearful of you know what I'm saying, being hurt, where you just focus on money. All you do is work, home, kids, work, you know what I'm saying? Something like that. But low key, you want, you know what I'm saying? And deep down, you want some love, you know what I'm saying? And also at this point, some of y'all, you just go get your toy then. Go get your toy. Go get your toy. Go get you a toy, okay? But let's see what's this about, y'all. What's this self-love? But you need to appreciate yourself. Self-appreciation. Self-appreciation, that's like a key thing right now for some of y'all. Appreciate yourself. Appreciate who you are. Appreciate how far you have came. Okay? And some of y'all, even if you working on it, you may not feel like that you're not where you want to be quite yet. But shit, you ain't where you used to be. You know what I'm saying? You ain't where you used to be. Maybe you got a habit that you've been trying to break, you know what I'm saying? And it's been hard. You can't quit cold turkey, but you're not doing that shit every day how you used to. You know what I'm saying? And that's what matters. Them small steps, them little steps gonna basically them gonna be the ones that's gonna get you to that big change, that big turnaround. So it's okay to celebrate yourself even your small wins. I went 3 days without smoking. I went 3 days without drinking. You know what I'm saying? I went 3 days without eating no meat. Or I went 3 days back to back in the gym, going hard. You know what I'm saying? I went 3 days picking up hours. I did, you know what I'm saying, 3, 4, 12-hour shifts. I went 3 days without spending no money. You know what I'm saying? Like, celebrate your small wins. Because for some of y'all, you definitely like, shit, your small wins is really big wins. Low key. Low key, baby. Like, what's this self-love? I went 3 days without fucking. You know what I'm saying? For some of y'all. Okay, and that's good. That's good. It's, you know what I'm saying? It's good. It's better than what it was last month. Okay? Let's see, what's this? It said we got the temperance, balance, patience, moderation. You need to do something in moderation, okay? Do something in moderation. If you know that you know what I'm saying? If you know that quitting cold turkey, it works for you, but then at the same time you end up falling short and then you fall back into a habit, do it in moderation. Do every other day, okay? Or do 2 days. 2 days on, 1 day off. 2 days on. You know what I'm saying? Do something in moderation. And then eventually your body gonna probably get used to going without it anyway. Like even for me personally, like y'all, I used to smoke like a motherfucking chimney. Okay, especially like, and even recently, like if I go on vacation or if I'm not even really if I'm celebrating. Even if I'm celebrating, I still won't really smoke. I don't mind being around it or nothing like that. Like I can definitely control, because I feel like that's really when I don't want to do it, when everybody else is around doing it. Low key, and it's weird, but nonetheless, back in the days, when I tell you that bad, okay, I stayed with it. But now it's like I don't even really like, after a while I don't like once, and then like it's been times where like, okay, I'm not gonna do it during the week, you know what I'm saying? So maybe it'll be something that I indulge in on the weekends, or like I said, when I go on vacation, or sometimes when I'm going out. But then I really even didn't like to do it when I'm going out, because then everybody else doing it, you know what I'm saying? So I can get in contact, you know what I'm saying, just by being around. And then I don't know, it's something about me, it's something that to me that like I just like being like I guess a little different, you know what I'm saying? So like I used to be proud when I'd be like, no, thank you, you know what I'm saying? It made me feel like proud, you know what I'm saying? I was the sober one, you know, it made me feel proud to be the sober friend, you know what I'm saying? Like, okay, yep, I don't do all that, so I can kind of keep an eye on everything, you know what I'm saying? And then I can also, you know what I'm saying, just manage my emotions and kind of like learn how to deal with things and shit, and take things on, like, you know what I'm saying, with a clear mind, you know what I'm saying? So, and then as I kind of looked at it from that standpoint and how it made me feel, I felt proud when I didn't do it. I felt proud being the one person out the group, or, you know, my family that wasn't doing it, you know what I'm saying? And it, like, I don't know, that just kind of like empowered me and helped me to keep going, you know? But it definitely didn't happen like overnight. As I got older, I definitely was able to like turn that on and off and quit cold turkey. But when I was younger, I wasn't able to stop smoking no weed just cold turkey. I needed my weed, you know what I'm saying? I was before work, after work, during work, like motherfucker walk down the street, sitting in the car, you drive down and smoking, you know? Like, so just moderation. With some of y'all, something maybe, you know what I'm saying, you just need to do it in moderation. This could even be like your diet. This can also be like, for some of y'all, this could be like your gifts. Okay, for some of y'all, maybe you are real gifted, but maybe you could be somebody where you, like, let's say if you do like read tarot, you could be somebody where like you always, before you do anything, you always kind of like pulling out the cards. Like you always getting guidance about how the day gonna go, or something like that. And that's cool. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Because I feel like that's strengthening, you know, your intuition. That's strengthening you, you know, utilizing these divination tools. But then at the same time, it's like if you depend on it too much, and that's another reason why, y'all, sometimes I will not post something and it'll be like a week or 5. You know what I'm saying? Because I want y'all to be able to watch the videos and kind of let it marinate a little, you know, let y'all go back to real life and you know, let shit play out, you know, give you something to think about, and give you advice on how to moving forward, and then we come back and we see how everything go. But it's like it's just giving me this example, like if you depend, like you could be somebody where you be having to know the outcome to everything. So like, let's say if you are a tarot reader, you got your own cards, it's like every time something happen or something going on, or even if ain't nothing happening, you just always putting out them cards, you know what I'm saying? Because you want to know, which ain't nothing wrong with that, you know what I'm saying? But then at the same time, it can be like stagnating you. It could be keeping you guarded. Low key. It can. It can be keeping you guarded. Because at the end of the day, these are tools. They not, you know what I'm saying? They don't really, they can predict, but then at the same time, energy is transfluid. Like it changes. You know what I'm saying? It changes. It's constant. Energy is constantly changing. So at any moment, we can always make a decision to change the outcome of this shit. You know what I'm saying? So for some of y'all, like, let's say if you do that, maybe you need to kind of take a break or do it in you know what I'm saying? Do it in moderation. Let things play out. Let energy kind of flow through instead of always feeling the need to know, like, what's going to be the outcome, what's going to happen. Okay, I met this, like, I'm getting energy, like, this is an example, y'all. You meet somebody, and then as soon as you done talking to them, you come home, you know what I'm saying? You jump in the shower, da-da-da-da. For some of y'all, you probably don't even jump in the shower. You probably, you know what I'm saying? You don't eat, you don't jump in the shower. You just you come right out to the table and pull your cards out. Like, okay, so what's the energy around this person I just met today? Like, it's that type of shit. It's that type of shit, okay? Which, again, it's not really wrong, you know what I'm saying? Because it's going to help strengthen your intuition, you know? But at the same time, like, for some of y'all, that could be energy that's like lingering. You know, you got to consider that as well. Unless you got cards where you got motherfuckers' names on them, some of that shit be energy that's lingering. Okay? For some of y'all as well, some of that can be your energy. Okay? Some of that could be your energy, especially if you don't cleanse, you know, you be around, you know, different shit. And then for some of y'all, like, that could be that the energy that the person is in. But again, energy is transfluid. It changes. You know what I'm saying? It can change at any given moment. It's always changing. You know what I'm saying? So maybe they is in this player energy. But that could be because they literally single. You know what I'm saying? They single. But here you picking up the cards and the 3 of Cups come out and the 2 of Swords come out and you like, oh, well, yeah, I'm not going to reach out to them. I'm not going to go on a date with them. You know what I'm saying? And then you kind of like, you know, that's the opportunity that you didn't just, you know, close yourself away from. You know, it's something like that, y'all. Okay, let's see. So we got the Temperance. So something is moderation. You need some type of moderation in regards to something that you're doing. Also, you need to be patient with yourself. And also the Temperance does talk about cooperating with people. When you love yourself, and if you do listen to your intuition and you know what I'm saying, you really tapped in, it's not going to be too difficult to cooperate with people. You're going to know when to give people chances and when to not. You know what I'm saying? So for some of y'all, I don't know. Maybe, let me see, what's this Temperance? Okay, yeah, somebody on guard with the Wounded Warrior. So you could be feeling like that so for some of y'all, you can feel like you protecting yourself is self-love. And that is true. That is true to an extent. Protecting yourself is self-love. But that don't, like, for some of y'all, you're being closed off. You're not, you know what I'm saying? It's a difference between, like, you know, having boundaries and then just kind of like shutting people out. Okay, and some of y'all, you literally like shutting people out. You not interested. You give off this energy where you just not interested in no love. You're not interested in no friends. But low key, deep down, that's something that your soul is craving. For some of y'all, your soul is craving connections. You know what I'm saying? For some of y'all, your spiritual gifts is connected to being connected to other people. Is your gift is supposed to be given. That's what we have gifts for. That we have gifts to not only help ourselves, but to help others. You know what I'm saying? So your soul is craving connections, but you're trying to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? So you feel like that you're protecting yourself by like having your guard up, but low key, you're shutting down opportunities. And you're shutting down, like, you know what I'm saying? Possibly good connections. Good connections. Yeah, the 9 of Wands, Wounded Warrior type of energy. Okay, this talks about an ongoing battle. Okay. Oh, yeah. What's this? Yeah, some of y'all, you could be like too guarded. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay to have boundaries. Have your boundaries, but then don't just be completely closed off to people. Okay? That's kind of what I'm getting. Because for some of y'all, you're like very unique. You're very unique. You're inspirational. You're very talented. And you're like, even if you don't know what your gifts is yet, just your essence, your character, your personality, your vibe is meant to be shared with people. Okay? And this could even be something as silly as you could be somebody where you funny as a bitch, dog. Like, Like, you know how to crack a joke. You know how to make people laugh. Okay, this might not even be as deep as like you being a medium or you being psychic or intuitive or, you know, an empath. This could be something where you just a funny motherfucker. You know how to just lighten the load, lighten the room, lighten up the room. You know how to just make shit feel a little lighter, make shit feel a little easier. Like it's something very unique and special about you where it's needed. It's needed. And then for some of y'all all as well, you know what I just heard as well? Everybody that you meet ain't meant to be like a romantic partner. Everybody that you meet ain't meant to be fucked on. So maybe that's something that y'all need to work on. Everybody, some people you meant to be friends with. You know what I'm saying? Even the opposite sex. Like learn how to, you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy that we have to say that, but learn how to just be friends with people. Learn how to just be cool. Everybody not meant to be like somebody that you date. Some people you just literally meant to be cool with them. You know what I'm saying? You know, like associates or friends or, you know, everybody not meant to be fucked. So keep it in your pants sometime. That probably will help you as well. You know what I'm saying? Y'all crazy. I love y'all. Real shit. Okay, the Queen of Wands. Yeah, because you fine. Yeah, so you fine. You very attractive. Okay. So maybe people always come to you that be on shit like that. But you know what I'm saying? You can't you can't control people that's attracted to you. But you can control how you interact with people. Okay? You know what I'm saying? You can control how far shit go. And I feel like especially as women, we have more power than we think. Okay? a lot more power than we think. Especially when it comes to shit like that with men. Okay? But yeah, you could be this Queen of Wands energy. You're very confident. Okay, you can also be like, one of your gifts could be like turning people up. Okay, you could, like I said, somebody could be like a makeup artist. It could be a stylist. Okay, but you make people feel confident. Or like I said, you could be like the light in the room. You could be somebody that's very funny. You know what I'm saying? Or you could be somebody that's like good with fashion. But it's like you look good. Okay, that's for some of y'all. That's the fucking talent, huh? You look good, looking good. Period. Okay, the Queen of Wands. That's your gifts. Shit, I look good. You know how to turn some shit. You know how to throw some shit on and make it look like $1 million around this bitch. Okay, that's my talent. I look good. Okay. I love that. For some of y'all as well, because the Queen of Wands is somebody who's very like, they're like a social butterfly. So that just reiterates that your gifts is meant to be, whatever this is meant to be shared. Okay, people, and even if this is just your personality, this is just, you know what I'm saying, this is just you being you. That's meant to be shared with the world. That's meant to be shared with people. Okay, that is meant to be shared with people. That's what it's saying right here. Okay, so we got the Eight of Wands and Judgment. So some type of moving forward. For some of y'all, you can know this. You can know that you have like the gift of gab. You can know that you have like the gift of being able to style people or make people feel confident, make people feel beautiful. Okay, and it's like but you're not using it. With the Eight of Wands here in Judgment, it's like you're not moving forward to something. Moving forward with something. With the Judgment here. Because the Judgment can talk about awareness. So for a lot of y'all, you know what the fuck your gift is. You already aware of this. You know what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? But for some of y'all, either you're not doing it. For some of y'all, you could be focused on other things. Or for some of y'all, you're too guarded. You're too guarded to even, you know what I'm saying? To look, yeah, a lot of y'all, you already know. With the Ace of Swords. So, well, I mean, what's the problem? So what's the guidance? What's the guidance? What's the guidance? What's the problem? What's the problem, Stevie? Y'all remember that? So you're getting guidance to leave something out in the cold. Something could be it's somebody. Hold on, what? Okay, let me see before I say that. We got the Five of Pentacles though. This talks about being left out in the cold. This could talk about some type of like loss, struggle, poverty, isolation. So you're being guided for some of y'all, you're being guided to leave a job. And maybe you're trying to determine if that's the right thing to do because you got responsibilities. What's this Five of Pentacles? For some of y'all, you're being guided to leave something out in the cold. What is this? Oh, that's the truth. Some type of happiness, victory. Let me see. What's the sun? You're being guided to leave something out in the cold and follow your heart. Follow your happiness. Okay. Oh, for some of y'all, this could be a king of... Oh, wow. That took a turn. You're being called to self-love. You're being called to leave either a job or leave, and don't take this, don't just leave your job. Like, they only do this if this is like something that you've been preparing to do anyway, and you got some money in the bank. Okay, you able to cover the bills for a couple of months. You know what I'm saying? 2 to 3 months, probably 4. And you got, like, you know what I'm saying? Don't just up and do no shit like that. But for some of y'all, this could be something that you've been contemplating. And that you're trying to get guidance in regards to. And then for some of y'all, this could be you're getting guidance on whether or not do you want to leave a King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, possibly a Taurus. You could be asking God, like, is this what the person that I'm supposed to be with? For some of y'all, you're being called to leave somebody out in the cold. Okay, we got the Ace of Pentacles, a new beginning, a new opportunity. For some of y'all, you could be trying to get guidance in regards to take a job or take some type of job offer. Maybe you wanted to do something like solo or independent, but you could be trying to like get guidance, like, okay, damn, should I like take this opportunity to partner up with this or collaborate with somebody? I've been doing it by myself, you know what I'm saying? It's been going good, but you know, 2 heads always better than 1 type of energy. So for some of y'all, you could be contemplating that. Some of y'all, you could be contemplating, like, maybe this is somebody who you already left out in the cold. And maybe somebody is returning. Somebody want to come. For some of y'all, somebody that you moved on from, you call judgment from this person. You could have been intuitively led to move on from somebody. But maybe also intuitively, you know somebody is trying to come back. So for some of y'all, you could be like preparing for this. Like, I know this nigga finna come back. Like, you know what I'm saying? I know. So God, please tell me, like, is this, you know what I'm saying? Is this something that I should do? Did we we took a break and shit. I didn't work on myself. I'm in a better position. I'm in a better headspace. So maybe he is too, or she is too. But God, is this something that I'm supposed to be doing or taking back? For some of y'all, somebody who you left out in the cold, who you moved forward from, could be coming back. And maybe you're being called to like love, you know, focus on yourself, self-love. Let me see. So what's the King of Wands? What's the King of Wands? What's up with this King of Wands? So you can have a new beginning with this. Damn. Okay. Period. The fuck? Okay, so we got the King of Pentacles. Whoever they is, they motherfucker sitting fat. For some of y'all, you're being guided to have a new beginning. For some of y'all, you could be being guided to take some type of risk, but it's on yourself. So a lot of y'all, this could be in regards to like doing your own thing. Is this a person? Is this a person? Is this another person? That should be the thing. Is this another person? Yeah, okay. Oh, wow. Wow. What the fuck? I don't know, y'all. I might fold. I see why you contemplating this shit. Why you trying to stay focused? You trying to stay... Dog. You got somebody that's coming out here that's represented by the Emperor, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. So this a fine motherfucker that's on they shit. Baby. And so you could be trying to ask for guidance. Let me see. So what? Let me read this card again. Ask and be open to answers. Wisdom seen and unseen is always available to you in the world. Find the courage to ask for insight and be open to receive it. Okay, so if this is a person, what is the advice? Because, wow, we got the Emperor out here. The Emperor, the King of Pentacles, and the King of Wands, and the Ace of... So for some of y'all, you got an opportunity to have a new beginning with somebody. And somebody... I just heard, I'm back and I'm better. What's that song? I want you bad as ever. Damn, what is that song? But that's the main part I just heard. I'm back and I'm better. Okay, period. Okay? But okay, so what's the advice then? What's the advice? This is as simple as that. What's the advice? If this is in regards to a person, the collective getting guidance or whether or not to have a new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles here. And I feel like this new beginning, this is going to be like some type of like whatever this new beginning is with this person, it is abundant. Like this could be somebody that want to come back and be like, look, I want to invest in you, or look, let's do. Somebody could want to come back and like they gonna start it off as like, let's do business together, or let's collab in something. Okay, or for some of y'all, this could be just something that's going to be very fruitful for both of y'all. This could be somebody that's going to come back and they want to invest in you because they already know. They know that you be, you know what I'm saying, that you be on your shit. They know that you got, you know, your side thing going on or something like that. Or they know that you want to invest fully in whatever your talent is or your gift is. So this could be, or whatever you doing on the side for some of y'all, this could be somebody who want to invest in that. Like, look, well, let's invest in that. Let's be partners or some shit like that. Okay? But somebody still want to, I just heard somebody still want to, Lord. Okay, so what's the advice for real? What's the advice? Oh, no, to move on. Okay, so you being called to move on from this person. Some of you, a lot of y'all. The Six of Cups talks about moving on. Letting go, abandoning plans. So for some of y'all, if this is somebody where you're trying to get guidance, because you know you intuitive, you know you feel somebody in your energy and you know they finna come back, you're being guided to let this person go. You're being guided to move on. That's as clear as day. Move on and stay focused on what you got going on now. Yep. I would say especially if this is somebody who caused you some type of loss or caused you to be guarded. Like you can't, I just heard you can't heal in the same places that broke you. Or you can't heal with the same person that broke you. At least not in this case. You're not being called to do that. It's like you always gonna question somebody with the nine of wands. You always kind of go be on guard. You always gonna kind of wonder. You know what I'm saying? So if you if that resonates with you, if this person, even if this person do come back and they very sweet, they very kind, they able to be a provider, a leader, but then you still have your doubts. You know what I'm saying? You can't really get past the thing that separated y'all from the first place. For a lot of y'all, you being called to simply move on. Move on from this. That's the guidance. Your guidance is to move on. Okay? That would be a practical thing to do, to move on from this. Anything else? Any other advice or guidance for the collective in regards to this? If this is a person? Yeah, you move on. You gotta move on. I feel like some of y'all, it was too much damage for some of y'all. It was too much damage. And then for some of y'all as well, I'm kind of getting like, either they still bitter or you still bitter. Motherfucker might try to act like they not, but low key motherfucker is. Okay, somebody in the situation still bitter. Somebody could be bitter that you even moved on in the first place. That's what I'm getting. With the Three of Wands, that you moved on and you left their ass in the first place. This somebody who probably thought that you was never gonna leave, but you did. You did. You took care of your responsibilities. You just took this loss. You took this L. For some of y'all, you had to start something over from the ground up. And this somebody who possibly could still be even bitter that you even left them in the first motherfucking place. Like, no, this motherfucker didn't leave me, block me. You know what I'm saying? So it's not gonna work, y'all. Yep. Let that shit, let it go. You're being guided to move on. Stay focused. For some of y'all, you need to go get you a toy. Okay? Especially if there's somebody where you know this your little kryptonite, you get hot in the pants when this motherfucker come around. There's somebody that'll wine and dine you with the King of Pentacles and the Emperor and the King of Wands. They come around looking good, smelling good. You know what I'm saying? As soon as y'all hug, you feeling the print. They just freaky, you freaky. You know what I'm saying? They know where to, like this somebody who baby, look. I won't even open my door for a motherfucker like this, cause you're not finna play with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm not finna play with me. I just won't put you know how you just know when as you get older, you start to realize it's just certain situations you just ain't finna put yourself in. Like it's certain people, like even to this day, it's certain motherfuckers you don't leave me. No, don't leave me with this motherfucker. Don't leave me, girl. Okay, do not leave me with this motherfucker. Okay. And I mean, and it's not a bad thing, but then it's not a good thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, baby, just know. Sit right here in the middle of us. You know, let's all sit. Let's congregate. Okay? Like, there's somebody you don't need to be left alone with, and you know that. So don't put yourself in that position. Okay? Yeah. Just don't. Okay? Because it could be something that's very unique about this person. Okay? Very, like, just, I don't know. I'm just kind of getting the energy of there's somebody that, like, they do it for you. You know what I'm saying? They do it. But there's somebody who also, like, they played on your head before. And it's going to be different for all of y'all. But, like, the Ten of Swords, like, let me see. What did this person do? What did this person do? Let's see what did this person do? Whoever they is, they got you guarded. They got you over here like the wounded warrior. You don't want to meet new people. You paranoid. Like, I don't know, y'all. What they do? Matter of fact, hold on. No, let me go get the tea. For some of y'all, this could be somebody that they moved on. This could be somebody who left you for somebody else. This could be somebody who left you high and dry. Like I said, I'm picking up on the energy earlier. Somebody could have left you with the kids, with the bills, or somebody could have been like sneak trying to act like they being nice. Look, I'm gonna go ahead and pay the rent for the next 2 months, but you're gonna have to figure it out, bitch. I ain't worked in the whole 5 years that we've been together. What the fuck you mean figure it out? You know, it's like some type of shit like this. Like that. Hold on, y'all. Let's see. So what did this person do? What did this person do? What exactly did this person do to the collective? Where they had to call judgment? What was the betrayal? Why did the collective is being guided to move on and not look the fuck back? For some of y'all, do not go be in the same room with this person if you know that you get a little weak and you get tempted. Like, shit, with this energy over here, I'm tempted. Look, just going. No, let me stop. Like, but this is a motherfucker that'll get you like this. Like, I'm telling y'all, with this energy, the King of Pentacles, the King of Wands, the Emperor, there's somebody who's gonna show up, they bringing flowers. You know what I'm saying? So they bringing flowers, they being a gentleman. Then, like I said, they looking good, smelling good, just tasty. You know what I'm saying? Teeth all white. I'm getting an image of a chocolate dropping. As soon as they smile, all you see is them white ass teeth. Pretty smile. You know what I'm saying? Then, like I said, they bringing flowers. This motherfucker, they might even try to do the most and bring a whole gift. They got a gift. You know what I'm saying? With the King of Pentacles and the Emperor, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody pulled up with a motherfucking bracelet, necklace. You know what I'm saying? For some of y'all, I just heard car. Like, there's somebody who will, like, pull out all the stops. You know what I'm saying? All the stops to make you feel like you just the only girl in the world. You just the number one. You know what I'm saying? You their number one baby and all this shit. Just to be on the same bullshit. Just to be on. And if it's not the same bullshit, there's somebody who got a whole nother game plan. They gonna do it. Now they know how not to get caught. That's what I just heard. Like, this is slick. One of them, you know how you have one of them people used to fuck when you be like, I can't stand that nigga. But, it's like that type of energy. I can't stand that bitch. But man, it's like whoever that person is for y'all, that's who this is. Y'all, this is crazy. Okay. But what they ass do, fuck that. We not finna kind of try to romanticize this shit. What they do? Let me focus. Right, that's why you gotta stay focused with this type of nigga or this type of person. Cause they show get you off track. Now y'all in the penthouse suite up downtown at the big room at the top, sipping champagne ass naked. Like you what else would I say? That's what they doing. This person could be spying on you, divination abuser. What they do. Somebody could also did some type of magic on you too. I'm getting that as well. Especially if you know that, only if you know that they into this. Do not make this shit up. But if you know that this person is into spirituality, they be on shit like that. They watch tarot cards. They could even have their own tarot. This somebody who definitely be like using they divination abuser. What was the betrayal? Why you being called to walk away? So for some of y'all, this could have something to do with divination abuse. This could have something to do with magic. Somebody did some type of magic on somebody. Or trying to. That's what I just heard. Somebody trying to dust it off. What did this person do? Somebody wants you to forget something. Somebody also could be trying to come around and they just want you to act like ain't nothing happened. I'm hearing Boosie. Let me ease your mind. Bring you in my world. Cause you didn't caught my eye. And you can be my baby girl. We gonna be alright. Somebody wants you to act like this some shit that somebody wants you to like ignore something that they did. Or said. For some of y'all. I'm getting more of a dead. With the Ten of Swords. Or it could be said. Forcing. Somebody's trying to force something. Okay, so somebody digging dirt. Vice versa played out. This somebody who like to use things against you. Okay, so this would be somebody who do something. They be like, well, I did that because you did this type of energy. This could also be somebody who tried to like force their will or force. This a big ass manipulator. That's what I'm getting. This is a big ass manipulator, and somebody could do this in the most slickest ways. Somebody they use like divination or spirituality or even religion. If this person is religious, they use that to manipulate or, you know what I'm saying, manipulate situations. This somebody who do like and say anything to get their way. What's this forcer? What was they trying to force? And then they try to hide. This like somebody who throw rocks and hide their hand with the unbothered here. What's this forcer? Reflecting. Oh yeah, somebody is a huge manipulator, y'all. Like this shit is mind going. This the type of motherfucker who would have you like going into some type of psychosis. Like this is that type of energy. With the reflecting, the forcer, somebody's trying to force somebody to reflect on. Like I said, this could be somebody where they like you bring up some shit and then they'll be like, well, I did this because you did this. You know what I'm saying? It's never like this somebody who really don't take accountability at all. They always got an answer or always got an excuse or always got a comeback for some shit. That type of person. This could also be somebody who made offers to other people, to karmics. This somebody who dealt with a lot of karmics. This somebody who could be like putting you in competition with other women or other people. Take it how it resonate, man or woman, with the girl fight here. This could be somebody who they like to argue. I just heard that like to argue, so I sent that bitch to law. This could be somebody who like to argue. You know what I'm getting as well? This could be somebody who like thrive on chaos. For like they like that shit. You know, like I'm hearing you. What song is that? Gotta argue with them because a nigga love a toxic bitch. This somebody who like arguing. Like they like to argue. They like that toxic shit. They think that shit is exciting. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not somebody that like to argue, if you like peace, you like, you know, calm, harmony, like this somebody who will start fights with you. Just so that way to get you riled up. And you know what I'm saying? And then they probably saying hurtful things, you saying hurtful things, but it's just because somebody feeds off toxicity. Like somebody's toxic, basically. That's what it. Somebody toxic. Somebody always dealing with karmics. Look, ain't shit. Cyberbully you. You are being bullied online. This could be somebody who tried to bully you online or tried to like blast you online before as well. This could be somebody who like watches you from fake pages and like troll you low key. I'm getting that as well. Or this could be somebody who behind the reason behind other people trolling you. Like it's giving the energy. You know how they be saying like one dog ass motherfucker can bring you like a whole bunch of enemies. This like that type of energy. Like it could be people that you into it with that you probably would have never ever seen in your whole lifetime if it weren't for them y'all being connected to the same person. Type shit. You know, is that making sense? This could be somebody who always fucking with karmics. With the offer, karmic friends, secret competition, keep your friends close, your enemies closer. Like this somebody who like they like toxic shit, y'all. They like toxic shit. They fuck with karmics. They real manipulative. They like to throw rocks and hide their hand. They like to flip shit around on people. Like, so yeah, you being called to stay away from that. Whoever this person is, they are gonna like fuck with your peace. Your peace of mind. They is gonna fuck with your self-love. Because it's somebody who will have you like second guessing yourself. Like I said, this type of motherfucker who will have you damn near going through some type of psychosis. You know what I'm saying? Thinking that you tripping or hallucinating or some shit like that. That's not a good energy to be around. Okay? So you should, for some of y'all, you definitely should be guarded against this person. Okay? Take this loss. Take this L and continue to move on. Okay? Move on and stay focused. Okay? So what's the outcome for this? What's the outcome? I can't make this shit up, y'all. The Six of Swords. The outcome is you moving on. That's clear as day. If you're looking for guidance on whether or not you should take this opportunity, for some of y'all, somebody might even try to come back and offer you a position. Offer you like, let's go in business together. I don't even think that's a good idea. I don't think, especially if you know you still got feelings for somebody, or like I said, somebody get you real hot, and like. It's just not a good idea to deal with somebody right now, especially if you're like still trying to heal from a situation. It's not smart. You're being guided to just focus on what you got going, continue to do you, and continue to heal, and focus on your self-love, focus on stuff. But yeah, it's not given with this person, y'all. Okay, for some of y'all, whoever this person is, they could be an Aries, Taurus. We got Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So a lot of Taurus energy. We got Aries again, and then we have Leo. Okay, them could be this person's signs, possibly yours, but that's the deck where we start talking about this person. Okay, Spirit, is there anything else that the collective should be aware of at this time? Let's see. Is there anything else? It's your responsibility to continue your healing. It's your responsibility to love yourself. It's your responsibility to set up boundaries against people who already showed you who they are. Not against people that you don't know. Not being guarded and overly cautious about new people. You know what I'm saying? That's when your gifts should come in. That's when you're supposed to use your gifts to use your discernment. You know what I'm saying? Once you give people a chance, and then y'all hang out probably once or twice. I'm sure after hanging out with somebody, sometimes all you need to do is hang out with somebody one time, and you're gonna know if this is the person that you should be around or not. That's what your gifts already. That's what you should be using your gifts for. You know what I'm saying? You use your gifts for all of them, but for some of y'all, you could be like over analyzing a situation, and it's because of somebody in your past. You know what I'm saying? Your gifts already told you to leave this motherfucker. You did. Okay, and that's them. Don't stop allowing them in your energy. Stop even some of y'all need to stop even thinking, let somebody think that they got a chance. That's another thing I'm hearing as well. Like, fully move on from somebody. Stop letting somebody even think that they even got a chance to even come back around you. Like, because that's why their energy is coming up. You know what I'm saying? But for some of y'all, this is a divination abuser. So maybe they just forcing themselves in your energy. But every motherfucking day, you need to be getting up and, you know what I'm saying? I rebuke such and such. I call my power back to be cleansed and blessed. I do not give such and such permission to be in my energetic field at all. You know what I'm saying? I cancel any soul contracts, any trauma bonds, I cancel, you know what I'm saying? Like, you probably have to say that shit like every day for at least a week. Okay? Like, no bullshit. Get a cord cutting. Do a cord cutting ritual. Anything else? Anything else that we need to be aware of, that the collective needs to be aware of? So maybe that's why you're trying to be hard on yourself, because you know how this motherfucker get down. You know that yeah, you a tough cookie, but you know that this probably your kryptonite or some shit like that. Okay, so we have sacrifice. Yeah, you're going to have to sacrifice this person. Yeah. You have given up. What have you given up to be where you are? Was it worth it? I feel like, ask yourself that. But I feel like by these cards out here, I feel like it's worth it, because I feel like whoever this person was, somebody was the catalyst to you finding your purpose, to you discovering your gifts and your talents. Somebody was the catalyst to you having this self-love. Somebody was the catalyst to you being focused and you being determined. Somebody was the catalyst for you being open to spiritual guidance. And for some of y'all, for you being a spiritual guide. So I feel like it was worth it. And I feel like it's more to come. It's more to come. But this is something that I guess been heavy on your heart, or been, you know what I'm saying? There's somebody that's obviously paying in your energy. So, and then we have, it is your time. It's your time to shine and be all the Creator has created you to be. Seize the day. So, yep, continue to seize the day. Continue, like I said, to stay focused. It's your time to shine. Desperation. Do not operate out of desperation. I feel like whoever this person is, they desperate. They desperate to get back in your energy. It says, never do anything out of desperation, because in doing so, you may never regain your dignity or your reputation. Okay, so yeah, you're being called not to be desperate. Go get you a toy, sir. Bro, even bro, they got the toys for the fellas. Yeah, or you better Palmletta or Freddy Finger. Okay, because that could be like an issue. You know what I'm saying? Somebody ain't had it in a while, but you motherfuckers other ways. Go to the gym if you're trying to practice celibacy as a whole. Go to the gym. If you just don't want to do it with this person, you know what I'm saying? Get you a toy. But don't be desperate. Don't be desperate. Okay. Oh Lord. It says epiphany. Every day is a day to learn or discover something new, no matter how small or great. Knowledge is power. Okay, and look, we was talking about no matter how small or great. So make them steps, even if they little steps. All them little steps count too. Okay, so continue to make them small steps. Continue to keep learning about yourself. Continue to keep focusing and learning about your gifts, your talents. Continue to keep practicing as well, is what I heard. Okay, but y'all, that's the message. I feel like we probably been here for a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and close it out. Let me know in the comment section, cause baby, this motherfucker right here, this a motherfucker. Okay. I see why y'all study asking for guidance. This could be somebody you stay asking. I see why, baby. This a motherfucker. Okay. Like, yeah, some of y'all, you probably gonna get you. Y'all ever heard of them blue motherfuckers? Go ahead and have you a drink. But just make sure you don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't call this motherfucker. Okay? Don't answer this, don't respond to this motherfucker. Like, but you're doing good. You're doing good. If you've been standing 10 toes down, you've been being, focused, you've been standing on your shit, you've been protecting yourself, you're doing great. So continue to keep it up. But if you looking for guidance or confirmation about somebody in particular that's finna come back and they this, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta stay strong, sis. Okay? Stay strong. Cause it's like it's giving the energy of something that looks good. So it looks good on the outside, like really, really good. But somebody low key, like they got a lot of work that they need to do. Okay, somebody low key. I don't want to say like they a shitty person, but they can definitely have like some a couple of shitty characteristics. And I feel like somebody definitely like they haven't evolved, and they really not trying to evolve at this time. I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? Like, this somebody who strictly look good. They probably look good and they in a good place financially. But it's like, as far as mentally, somebody really ain't got it all. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody not really putting in the work. So it'll be like, it's not, for some of y'all, you could be inspiring this person. Okay, especially if they can watch you, you could be inspiring this person, but at the same time, I don't think they really like taking action to really like do the work. You know what I'm saying? Really, really work on themselves. Really self-evaluate. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it looked good. It looked good, but that's it. It looked good, but that's it. Like, there's no substance. There's no depth. There's no, you know what I'm saying? There's no real healing. This not somebody where you can, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just looked good, y'all. That's all. It looked good. But why settle for something that look good when you can have something that look good, that feel good? You know what I'm saying? You can have both. Yeah. Okay. So that's the message, y'all. Let me know in the comment section, because this is just crazy. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. I really do appreciate it. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.